Hi everyone, it's JJUNA OPPA. Today, we are going to learn about Korean word order. The word order in Korean is very different from English, so it can be really difficult for English speakers. In English, as you know, the structure is subject, verb, object. On the other hand, in Korean, it's subject, object, verb. So, the order of the object and verb changes. Let's look at some examples. 지민은 사과를 먹는다. In this sentence, 지민 is the subject, 사과 is the object, and 먹는다 is the verb. You see? Subject, object, verb. Let's look at more examples. 비는 피자를 샀다. 고양이가 개를 쫓는다. So, it starts with the subject, then the object, and the verb comes at the end. It's not difficult at all. But there's something weird. What are those letters that are neither subject, object, nor verb? They are called 조사 in Korean. There are many kinds of particles, but the most important ones are subject particles and object particles. The subject particles are 은는 and 이가. These are the ones many Korean learners struggle with. For objects, we use 을, 를. As you saw in the sentences, these particles come directly after the subject or object. 은는 이가 come attached to the subject and 을을 come attached to the object. For example, 비는 피자를 샀다. 고양이가 개를 쫓는다. Now let's move on to adverbs. Unlike English, in Korean, adverbs go before the verb or adjective. Let's see some examples. 나는 천천히 먹는다. 나는 게임을 잘한다. 나는 매우 졸리다. Here's another tip. Adverbs that indicate time and frequency can be placed before the verb, after the subject, or even at the beginning of the sentence. 보통 나는 7시에 일어나. 나는 보통 7시에 일어나. 나는 7시에 보통 일어나. They all make sense, and they sound very natural. You can put them as how you want. And adjectives. It's quite easy. It's like English. Adjectives go before the noun. 너는 예쁜 꽃이야. 나는 차가운 피자를 싫어해. 나는 검은 고양이가 좋아. Sometimes you will see multiple adjectives, like 그 새 귀여운 강아지들. In that case, demonstrative adjectives come first, and quantity adjectives follow. Then lastly, descriptive adjectives come. For example, 그 새 귀여운 강아지들은 자고 있다. 이 두 번 책은 할아버지의 것이다. 이런 여러 신기한 음식은 본 적이 없다. Now that we've covered the basic grammar, let's talk about something a bit more challenging. Inversion. What is inversion? It means changing the word order. Korean allows inversion just like English does. For example, let's see this sentence. But you can change some orders of words in this sentence. You can also say it like this. It's the same in Korean. Inversion can occur. In writing, inversion is not used often, usually reserved for literary or poetic expressions. But in spoken Korean, we use inversion quite often, especially when we want to emphasize something or express emotion. Let's see some examples. 나는 너 때문에 너무 힘들어. 너 때문에 나는 너무 힘들어. The regular sentence sounds quite calm and neutral. Maybe not that mad, just complaining casually. The inverted version sounds more emotional, like you're really upset or frustrated. 나는 이 맛을 잊을 수가 없어. 이 맛을 나는 잊을 수가 없어. The inversion adds emotion, like you are deeply moved by the taste. 누가 내 사과를 먹었어? 내가 그 사과를 먹었을걸? 그 사과는 내가 먹었을걸? The inverted version sounds more playful, like you're joking to avoid getting in trouble. 나는 네가 좋아. 네가 좋아. 나는. For this one, I don't know how to translate in English. I would say it's the same. The first one sounds direct and clear, as if you were already planning to confess your feeling. The inverted one sounds like you are very nervous or shy to confess your feelings. 벚꽃이 흐드러지게 피었다. 흐드러지게 피었다. 벚꽃이. The regular sentence already sounds poetic, but the inverted sentence, it sounds even more poetic, as if you are a person from the past. So nobody would say like this. Maybe only Yoda. It's beautiful, but not something you would usually say in daily conversation. 그는 조용히 방을 나갔다. 조용히 그는 방을 나갔다. Both are fine, but the second one emphasizes how he left the room, quietly. So today we talked about Korean word order. The basic structure is not too hard, right? But inversion can be really tricky. Even as a native speaker, I think it's quite difficult. Honestly, it's really hard to understand unless you've been speaking Korean your whole life. I couldn't explain every detail here, otherwise this video would be way too long. But I tried to include the most important grammar points for speaking naturally. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment.